Harden fouled by Ingram. Do they count it? No. They say the foul occurred before the gather.
And he never put the ball back down.
And I think another technical foul's been handed out. Now Ingram looks like he's confronting Jason Phillips.
Well, the technical foul was on Ingram for shoving James Harden after that play.
I'm not sure. It's hot now. Paul punches a throw. Paul and Rondo throwing punches. Ingram comes in. He's throwing punches. Security trying to separate. So are some of the teammates. There's going to be suspensions for this one as Rondo immediately heads back to the locker room. Ingram still jawing. Carmelo Anthony still jawing. Ingram's upset. Pushes Harden. The technical foul. Then Ingram gets in the face of Jason. You know what? I think it was Harden behind Jason Phillips. That's why he went that way.
Oh.
And then Paul gets in the face. Rondo throws a punch. Paul throws a punch. Ingram comes in here. He throws a punch. Those three will be suspended for those punches. And James quickly getting Paul out of it. As Mark said, when Chris Paul was over here, he said that Rondo spit on him. And again, couldn't see anything there on the replay. James and Paul, such close friends. James able to calm him down momentarily. 2 technical fouls on Ingram in addition to the personal foul, so he's ejected. Technical foul on both on Rondo and Chris Paul. They're ejected.
Hill down to Cauley-Stein, and Westbrook a frustration foul as he goes at Willie Cauley-Stein. And this is all a matter of Russell Westbrook being frustrated after not getting the foul call on the other end.
Well, I don't think it's really Russell Westbrook. He just made a hard foul on Willie Cauley-Stein. And Willie Cauley-Stein didn't like it, so he shoved Russell Westbrook. And that's kind of what started this whole, melee here. I mean, just a hard foul to not let him score.
I think the reason he committed the hard foul was because he was upset at the other end. He was jarring at the official the entire time and wanted to make a point.
Richardson. Loose ball. Oh, Dragic pulled up on it. Jason Smith tangled up with Hassan Whiteside. Oh, this is getting physical. There's a push from John Wall. Well, the tension and emotion is rising. John Wall still jawing away. I'm not sure at who.
These fracases tend to happen when there's not a quick call of a jump ball and guys start wrestling, and it's Jason Smith and his son battling, and it takes the...
Malik Monk to the basket. Flipped it up over Andre. Blake Griffin called for a foul. Watch what happens.
Ooh, shoulder to the groin area. Looks like that was the contact right there as Monk was in the air.
A flagrant foul, penalty 2. Blake Griffin has been ejected from the game.
Wow.
They call a flagrant 2.
Look.
Rebound battle for control by the Clippers. Harrell ahead of the pack. Will turn. Knock down the defenses. And a foul will be called. It could be called on Rose. Wait a minute now. That's some anger going on again. A little anger management needed. The foul was on Rose. Taj Gibson in the middle of things with the referees and with Beverly, of course. That was just a subtle trip. Happens all the time. I don't think that...
Opportunity there for the Kings. Wall 2-on-1 developing. The lob and the flush. 61-54, and now the Kings with the shot clock off. Oh, look at this. Buddy Hield getting chest to chest, nose to nose with Markieff Morris.
Breathman, as we see the alley-oop, dunked down. What caused all the things to escalate here?
So it's going to be a technical on Morris, and Buddy Hield will get a freebie.
And that's the worst thing that could happen for the Wizards for a shooter. See it go in.
Well, remember that point. as we move along in this game.
P.J. Tucker's getting teed up. Somebody better grab him so he doesn't get thrown out of the game. Uh-oh. He's out.
Oh, he got pushed away. You didn't have to call that second one.
That one hurts right there. P.J. Tucker's critical to the Rockets on both ends of the floor, but he felt like he got a moving screen.
Listen, this is what he's mad
at. Watch P.J.
Oh, Blake Griffin gives him a little shoulder.
P.J. not happy at all.
Embiid against Andre. Embiid in front. Soft hook. Hits it. We're going to get an Andre foul here.
And look at Joel Embiid. He's doing the same thing he did in Philadelphia last year. Late in the game when Andre picked up a foul.
Andre's been ejected.
Beverly again. With that height advantage, goes right by him, just slithered around the crafty defensive player who just can't defend him. And Westbrook again finishes at the rim.
He's rockabye baby. He's putting that baby to sleep. That's all.
He knows exactly what he's doing to Patrick Beverly right now.
Good ball denial defensively by the Thunder. Beverly, sensing that very aggressive defense, just took him to the basket.
Oh, we got to get a replay of Patrick Beverly rocking the baby on the way down the court.
He sure is. Yes. Says rock that baby.
Westbrook trying to keep it alive and gets bailed out by a foul by Patrick Beverly.
You see that play right there? Russ did a good job. Just walking away. Just walking away. You know, and because Patrick Beverly, we all know, who he is and what he does.
Russell Westbrook and Patrick Beverly both issued technical fouls as words were exchanged going into that timeout. After the foul from Patrick Beverly, who went a little low on Russell Westbrook. And as we mentioned earlier, these two with a little bit of history.
On that same type of play.
On that same type of play. And then Beverly.
Matchup. Ball, a push shot, misses. James his fourth rebound. Hart wrapped up by Ennis around the neck. Hart goes down. I'm sure they're going to take a look at this one. Yep. Our officiating crew tonight: Matt Boland, Derek Collins, Jason Phillips. I'd be shocked if that's not a flagrant one. Steve, you looked at that one. Is that definitely a one? Could it possibly be a two?
Well, I like what Jeff is saying there. He's putting a little doubt in my mind also. It's definitely a one. There's no doubt about it.
After the official review, it's been determined a flagrant foul number one.
Yep, number one. Number two is automatic ejection.
Backs it out. Carlisle puts all the starters back in. Uh-oh. Here we go. Chest to chest. Watch out. Technical foul. Dallas. Ingles and Mitchell come over to try to save Rubio right in front of the Dallas bench.
Left heel. Smith gets right into the face. Rubio doesn't like it.
Double technical fouls. You mentioned Ricky stepped out, so possession Dallas.
Good pass. Payne. Now to Levine. Capella recovers and says, get it out of here. And now we have a tee on Zach Levine. The tees are flying.
Tees are wild.
He's being teed up, which is rare.
And he's asking right now, what are you guys watching? I think he's upset about it.
Celtics in their first 4 games are hit with just one technical, that on Marcus Morris.
Minute left in the half. 9 to shoot. Oh, Biggie sets a solid screen. They say it was moving. Oh, Blazers called for another blocking foul. And Terry Stotts is livid. Terry Stotts gets a technical foul.
Rolls. Milton goes the other way. It didn't touch anything, and it favors the offense for the flush hand on Giannis. Unbelievable. That's unbelievable. An air ball leads to that.
gets it again, throws it down with authority, and then it just takes a little extra second to say, hey, Mo Harkless. Woo.
Harris matched up against Durant. Oh, what a move. I don't know. Technical foul. What a move right there. He wants a foul on Gary. Gary grabbed the arm. Look at Gary. Gary knows it. Gary knows. Look at him. Look at him.
Leaner short. Rebound tap to Dre. Ahead to Bruce Brown. Grabbed by Clarkson on his way to the basket.
That's along the sternum. Crowd wanted a flagrant foul on it. I don't think this is.
No.
They haven't even determined whether they will review it. Now they will.
Down by 14, 6:43 left in the game. Richardson, he missed the flush, and he comes down, and he's upset. He threw his shoe off. I thought he was hurt, and he might be. Richardson came out of his shoe.
Seems to be complaining because somebody came right down on his shoe. Yeah, looked like Josh Hart stepped on his heel.
That's a foul out of frustration because it's his 5th foul. So he's upset he didn't get a foul called. He's playing with one shoe, but he just hurt himself by picking up his 5th foul. Oh my, he just threw his shoe into the seats and was hit with a technical.
One of the Warriors All-Stars just got thrown out. Unfortunately for the Knicks, it was the one that was in street clothes. DeMarcus Cousins, who's still rehabbing coming back from Achilles, got into a heated argument with Scott Foster after the timeout was called. Watching it, and Cousins kept yelling at him. Foster finally had enough and threw him out.
116 all.
Well, this is one of those games where a big man...
Oh, it's right in the basket. Hammered by Winslow. And Winslow, little bumping. Is he underneath? No, he was smothered. I think they're checking for a possible flagrant. I think you're right.
Yeah. Then you go up, you try to block the shot, but you come down with the left arm right on the top of Trae Young's head. I mean, it's a good call by the refs.
Some talk now with Ingles and Morris. Rubio in the mix as well. So Crowder walks into the Celtics huddle. And
see that, to me, that's a technical on Crowder, if anything. And he's a former teammate, so I give him liberties anyway. I don't think he had any malice, but.
Right, he probably was having some fun with his former teammates. Now this was a double technical, Crowder and Morris.
See, I think they should always go with the instigator.
And runs the floor. Then he gets hammered from behind by Marcus Morris, who I think he felt like he had been fouled on the other end. But
well, that's okay, but the official can't catch it all. Right. I mean, so, you know, like Marcus Morris has a switch, right? He's smiling and joking before the game, but something turns the switch on. Now, that was just an inadvertent bump. TJ's trying to get out in front. That's a play.
Beat against Gobert. Straight up coverage. Now Crowder comes over to help out, but nobody can help on Joel Embiid.
Watch this. And here comes the up and under. Ooh, and then the little baby hook. Maybe not have been a foul on Gobert, but there was a foul somewhere. And then JoJo, put your hands down, big fella. I'm the man here.
And now we got a problem. Anthony Davis over there.
Why are they in the huddle?
Okay, on the left side.
Oh yes, that's trouble.
To hit the bucket. Is he also going to take the free throw?
Yes, of course.
Dragic.
Whiteside no good. Whiteside again.
Whiteside barking at the official. Wanted an and one. And he'll pick up a technical foul.
Minute 40 left, first half, 5-point Heat lead. Oh my, Young just clipped Olynyk with an inadvertent elbow right to the jaw.
They're going to replay that and see if it was intentional, but this is the danger when you get your head right up there.
Thaddeus Young, his night is done. 3 points, 4 rebounds in 17 minutes.
For Minnesota, G went the wrong way.
Jeez. Offensive foul here.
Offensive foul, Los Angeles ball.
Oh, Gorgie Jang and Lance Stevenson mixing it up a little bit.
They're going to call a technical foul. Gorgie and Lance were kind of having some fun. And I don't think that that Aaron Smith kind of understood what was going on. Gorgie was kind of choking.
And Young have to make that adjustment.
Westbrook will get fouled on his way to the rim. That is going to be on Gortat. And he gets teed up. As he is protesting the call, nobody seems to be happy with the officials now. And we get another technical foul on Avery Bradley.
Almost had Jimmy on that back cut.
Redick again. That is Ruby. Oh, we got an offensive foul. Well, and you ask yourself, is it unnecessary contact? Because that, in short, is the definition of a flagrant foul. Is it unnecessary?
I think it is unnecessary.
Well, then it would be a flagrant foul.
Prize it free. CJ's got a 3 in his sights. No. And then Nurk ties up Hart. And a foul.
The one time Dame didn't have to try to dunk it. He could have just put it on the glass. And that ball's on the rim, and sure he touches it.
Hart. And he thought he got fouled.
He's trying to get teed up.
Yeah, he is going to get teed up by Tom Washington. He was asking for it. And poor Mike D'Antoni, who can hardly talk himself.
Let's see here. The replay does not lie. He definitely got hit on the wrist. That's why it was an air ball. You can see James running right over there to the official, trying to get teed up. Let's show. Wrap around. Clutch. Lopez. They did that beautifully.
Now hold on. Now hold on. There's a guy underneath him. He's allowed to hang. It's for your own safety. You're allowed to hang.
Jason Phillips, the most veteran official of this crew, calls Lopez for hanging on the rim after the dunk.
Under his feet.
1 minute left. As Dinwiddie on the blow by and a hard foul. He goes down hard. It's a good reaction from Dinwiddie. It's okay. Nothing wrong there. Nothing dirty as John came over to help defense. And it was a hard contact.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was. I mean, you know, when you asked me, I thought it was. I thought it was a flagrant one. And again, it doesn't have anything to do with it.
Rondo, Stevenson, another 2 points for Lance Stevenson. Ball knocked loose.
Technical on Harden.
And a technical has been called on James Harden.
It's on Lance Stevenson.
Yep, that should be taunting because he's the one that initiated it.
He put his head into James Harden.
How many times do they get the second one? But they didn't see that him putting his head on his shoulder.
They got to get a shot off, and they don't.
Draymond was trying to get it to somebody, and he got a little tangled up there. A lot of defenders. Yeah, they were down 8 with 3:32 to go. They were down 5 with 2:51 to go. And Klay Thompson came through in the clutch here.
So now you've done this work and did it defensively. Did the 11-0.
James with the smaller McCollum on him, gets past him and is grabbed again, hits the floor hard. Tyson Chandler yelled something to Jason Phillips. And LeBron slow to get up.
And to me, that's just a foul.
It's a hard foul, but not a flagrant.
Not a flagrant.
A 3, the rebound, Cantor. Briscoe diving. Great effort by Briscoe, and a jump ball is called. Oh. I mentioned he's a tough guy, Isaiah Briscoe, and he is not backing down from Enes Kanter.
That's his ball on the floor. This is big play right there. The dive, and right back on it.
Oh no! Wow. JJ go all the way over the bench there.
Not sure what Favors was thinking that possession.
Just frustration.
Flagrant foul penalty 1.
Bizonia harassing him. And Miles fouls Trier, and then Valanciunas a technical foul as he knocks down Trier. Kanter quickly talks to Valanciunas. He says everything's okay. He must have a relationship with Valanciunas.
Yeah, but what precipitated that, Mike? Not vicious, but obviously malicious.
Memphis the first to reach triple digits tonight. Malcolm Brogdon. Did he have possession? Mike Budenholzer is not happy. Remember, he has 1 T, as does J.D. Bickerstaff.
He got pushed out of bounds by Sheldon Mack.
102-99 and another T. Mike Budenholzer has been ejected with 3:53 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Oh, look out. Bradley's got to be careful now. He jumped up after an offensive foul against Portland.
Counting now for the Wizards.
Oh, Bill got up fast off of this one. He felt like Jake hit him with a cheap shot. Jake's just trying to get his teammate open.